RC phase shift derivation and designing model 4. So basically this is the circuit diagram of RC phase shift oscillator. R1 R2 are biasing resistance, RC collector capacitance, emitter junctions, ladder network. The equivalent circuit of this entire RC phase shift oscillator is nothing but this by using hybrid model. So for the hybrid model we are going to have HIE and HFE. HIE is the internal resistance across the input side, RB is because of the R1 parallel to R2, HFE is at the collector side, this is the current source. Again the entire RC network, you can see RC ladder network is over here. RC is nothing but considered as RL, so it is as it over here. We need to assume that HIE is equal to 0 because RB gets shorted. Similarly RB gets shorted, and by converting this current source into voltage source we need to multiply HFE I3 to this particular RL network to convert it into the voltage source. So we have this particular diagram of the further simplified diagram of the previous one, HFE I3 RL. So we're going to have three loops, so I1 I2 and I3. So applying KVL at loop 1 we're going to have resistance across the x1 will be RL resistance, R minus JXC will give you x1. Again by applying KVL it over here, the other current passing to this particular loop is I2 loop by passing to this particular resistor. So we're going to have R I2. So there is other I3 current also passing to this particular loop. So we are going to have plus HFE I3 RL is equal to 0. So you got it how I got the value of the KVL over here. So whenever the current passes to all the components, so I have written all the components over here x1. All the components passing to the I2 current is written over here R, and the current passing to the I3 loop is HFE I3 RL, so it is written over here. We'll do for the next loop, that is KVL at the loop 2. So as you can see, this resistance has been shared across I1 and I2, hence it is written minus R because current is reversed now, so it is minus R I1 plus there are two current. Now this I2 current has been flowing across this both the resistance, so it is 2R minus JXC, that is reactance I2. Again this R is shared across the I3, so it is minus R3 is equal to 0. Similarly KVL across loop 3 is equal to minus R I2. It is this R has been shared across only I2. Across this current loop I can see it over here, there is no I1 representation, so we are going to just write I2 has been shared across this. Another one is 2R minus JXC I3 is equal to 0. So these are nothing but the three loops 1, 2 and 3. So first of all we need to break it down, we need to combine it together in form of matrix. So when we write it together in form of matrix over here and brought all the I1 I2 and I3 over here is equal to 0. Okay, so first thing is that we need to find out you can say we need to multiply all the terms. We need to find out the triangular assignment. We need to find out this should be equal to 0. Okay, so next thing is that RL should be multiplied by this into this, then R should be multiplied by again this entire thing. This entire bracket need to be solved together. So once we solve all the expressions we got this particular expression. Okay, first we are going to discuss again RL plus R minus JXC, this multiplied by this will give you 2R square minus 2 JXC minus 2 RJXC, so it is minus 4 RJXC minus XC square minus RC square. Okay, again minus R will be multiplied by minus R into this particular bracket, so we're going to have this expression HFE RL will be, this will goes to 0 and this will be minus plus R square, so it is written over here. This entire expression should be 0. Next is as written over here we need to open the brackets also, so RL will be multiplied by this entire bracket. So this RL once multiplied by entire bracket we are going to get the expressions to be like this. Okay, so by equating all the equations, that is by removing out all the real terms and imaginary terms together, the imaginary terms will be getting like this expression, that is minus 6 R square JXC minus 4R RL JXC plus JXC cube is equal to 0. So by cancelling all the JXC terms we are going to have this expressions. One JXC term has been cancelled together to form this expression. Okay, so XC square is equal to this, all the minus term will be brought over here, so X is equal to R root of 6 plus 4K. Xc is nothing but 1 upon 2 pi Fc. So we can find out the frequency across the basic equivalent circuit. So Fo is equal to 1 upon 2 pi F 1 upon 2 pi RC. Root of this F is cancelled, so we're going to have root of 6 plus 4k. Next is, now by equating the real terms, the imaginary terms are brought together to form this particular formula. Now the real terms will be again equated together to form this equation, that is 29 upon k plus 23 plus 4k. So basically by using this, equating this, we got the k is equal to RL plus R. Okay, so this is nothing but the k value. So basically by again maximize the k value should be assumed to be maximum. So k square is equal to 29 by 4. K is equal to root of 29 by 4. That is, whenever we do the designing part of RC Fisher oscillator, the k should be assumed to be 2.69, hence root. And by substituting this thing, we are going to have HFE. So as we equated previously in the theory part, H by using theory part as well as in the derivation part, hybrid model will use HI and HFE will be used. So you going to have HFE greater than 44.54. As k is over here, by substituting the value of k, again back to the equation used over here, we're going to get the value of 44.54, that is HFE. Okay. Next thing is designing of the BJT RC Fisher oscillator. To design the RC Fisher oscillator, these are the following steps written. So BJT, if ever you are designing for the BJT RC Fisher oscillator, VCC should be assumed to be 4 VORMS. Or if ever VCC has not been given, you have to consider it to be 9 volts or 18 volts. The VCQ, the voltage across the collector and emitter, should be half of that of VCC. If the VCC is, you can say, is 18 volts, VCQ should be 9 volts. Selection of R1 and R2 should be this parameter. R1 should be always be equal to 10 multiplied by R2 times. So VRE should be 20 times of the VCC. It should be 20. If ever the VCC is 18, 20% of 18 should be the VRE. Once we got the value of VRE over here, we can find out the value of RE also. To calculate the value of RE, we require IC. So IC can be calculated by cause of this expression. So VRE divided by IC. IC we can calculate by applying the KV. I can say KVL across the output loop. As we found out the value of all the VCQ and everything, we can find out the value of IC also. Selection of CE is equal to 1 upon 2 pi FO. FO is the frequency will be given to you, RE upon 10. Next is designing frequency selective network. The R will be, all the R should be common. So it should be between the HIE less than equal to R, greater than equal to 1 upon HOE. Capacitor should be 1 upon 2 pi RC root of 6 plus 4k. This 4k happens because k is equal to 3. It can be changed accordingly. Select of VJT should be, HFE should be 44.54. According to previous equation, we have already proved that it should be, HFE should be 44.54 over here.